viewers of Spotlight.
Hi, good to meet you, Brian. So we are live on Periscope right now.
All right.
With the internet. This is Brian Darcy James from Spotlight.
Hello, internet.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about this project. It was near and dear to my heart because I grew up in the Boston area, and I remember seeing all these. This dominated the news cycle for a long time. But what was the experience of making this movie like for you?
An extraordinary one. Big story. Very important topic, and quite an honor and responsibility playing the Globe reporters that were successful in getting it out to the world. That's a big, tall order. So the first thing that I wanted to do was represent Matt Carroll, the man who worked in the Spotlight office under the Globe's roof, and then obviously honor the survivors of abuse that perhaps and hopefully will have more of a voice because of this film in terms of shining the light on this topic, no pun intended.
Absolutely, exactly.
Yeah.
And one thing that I actually found interesting is that our social media manager, Michelle, actually used to work in... She worked in the Globe newsroom.
I was a social media editor.
Oh, wow, look at that.
So I recognize these guys right
the
here.
real guys.
Yeah.
We used to cheer them on when they ran the marathon.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, yes, well, it's a great organization. I got to know a lot of people with the Globe.
Hi, Brian.
And, hey, Tom. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Just talk about the Boston Globe.
Hi, Tom. I'm Dan. Good to meet you. And you were live on the internet with Periscope. This is Tom McCarthy, the director and writer of Spotlight. Co-writer, excuse me.
She worked at the Boston.
You worked at the Globe. Wow.
I came here, so.
Yeah.
Oh, please, I was just a humble social media
I was talking to a Globe reporter on my way over here.
Oh, they're wonderful people.
Yeah.
The best. Yeah,
So one thing I really enjoyed that you said is that big reason you want to make this movie is sort of like shine a light on journalism and sort of bring that back to the forefront and create a new discussion about it. So why was that so important to you? Obviously, it's about an important case that happens in the Boston area, but also why about the Spotlight scene in particular? What fascinated you?
In general about journalism, I think maybe there's a bit of a public disconnect in understanding just how dire the need is for strong investigative journalism. That industry has been decimated over the past decade, and I don't think enough people are paying attention to that and what it means specifically on the local level to have strong investigative units providing information to the citizenry so we know what the heck's going on.
Awesome. Now, what was the most challenging part of making this film for you folks?
Working with Brian, I found that not only problematic, but generally impressive.
And likewise, Tom McCarthy, it was a very difficult experience from the very beginning. I've always never really liked him, so to be a part of this film was the hard part, just kind of swallowing
I
that.
cast him because I knew he didn't like me, and I thought, in fact, it might be fun to have him around.
I can only say this because in every interview I say Tom McCarthy changed my life, and I love him, and he's an extraordinary artist and an excellent basketball player.
Oh, really?
I go strong.
Are you more of a layup or a three-pointer?
I live above the rim. I will say, when you have a cast this good, Brian and Michael and Mark and Amanda, and Rachel and everybody else, I mean, it's just such a great cast. And for a movie that deals with such serious subject matter, I think we had a lot of joy in telling it. So we felt like privileged to be sharing this story.
Nice. Now, you guys are obviously getting a lot of Oscar buzz as well, and you'll be there tomorrow, but why is an event like the Film Independent Spirit Awards important to you?
It's really not. We just had nothing else to do today. And it's at the beach, so we came out. No, look, my first film was $500,000, and every movie I've made subsequently been a little bit more, but even this spirit is truly in the spirit of independent cinema, and that is original storytelling. And it's always inspired me. It's being here, I feel like I'm back with family, and I'm thrilled to be here. Is it your first time here?
Well, it is my first time here, and it's my first time really getting a sense of what it is to be in an independent film. Open Road is the studio that made this thing happen, and so I don't have a real experience saying I work with a big studio like Sony or Warner Brothers or whatever, but I'm spoiled because as an independent film, I feel like this has had mammoth support and incredible, every step along the way. It's always felt like it didn't feel minuscule in any way. Not that's what is equal to independent films, but sometimes it is the smaller versions of the stories that are being told. But this is it feels like very, very hefty independent experience.
Fantastic. One last question for you. What would you pair this with in a double feature?
I don't know. You go a lot of ways. I might just say The Paper. So it'd be fun to see Keaton in two of them. His Girl Friday. That's a good
one.
Yeah.
Right? It might be a nice one.
Yeah.
Can we go? Can we triple?
Oh, sure. Why not?
I mean, there's a lot of great films, but I'll go there. Or if I was going to go in a different direction, no, I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
You?
They're going to do a different
What he
piece.
said. No, I mean it's
Freddy's a great one.
Yeah, great movie.
those are good answers.
Yeah.
We wanted more cast talking in our movie.
Yeah. So I thought you were going to go a different way with Keaton and do Beetlejuice.
I can't watch that movie. It freaks me
Oh,
out.
yeah. He's spooky in that. He's genuinely spooky.
Just generally, that movie blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah.
Whenever he does it, I have to run away. Is he around here?
Yeah, just don't say his name 2 more times.
Bye,
We're
guys.
good. Thanks so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Take care.
Bye.